Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Today, two teams set to square off in a max slugfest. As we'll see, the Akron Zips taking on the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's White. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Zips offense will go on the attack first. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first two plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's caught. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
The Zips will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Makes the catch, it's Polk. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Zips in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. He'll pull it on the read. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Zips are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he missed it. No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Finley. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Zips. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oh, the Air Force Falcons offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him.
There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Scanning the field, it's Finley. Quickly to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Zips with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Walker. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. At the 36. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Polk. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Akron! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 20 over LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And
Oh, he's got some space. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carson. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On the move. Gets it past the marker. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. From the gun, running back gets to give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The short hands, it's Roberson. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And the Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Finley. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Falcon Stadium.
And the Zips will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Working that left side now. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Finley. Catch in the middle. It's Newell. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Gonna sling it on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. From the gun on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The Zips decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Zips have it with a 1st and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Zips.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. And the Falcons are in the hurry-up.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The give is to Williams. Got enough for the 1st. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.